Hi guys, we have put together a survey to help us to understand how COVID-19 is impacting you and how you're being affected. I wanted to show you some of the questions that we've put together, as well as some of the initial responses. Now, I've only shared this with a handful of people, so these responses could change significantly. However, this will just give you an initial idea of what we're looking at. So one of the questions and some of the questions that we have are helping us to understand your current cash flow, your savings, and again, how you're going to be impacted financially by COVID-19. So one of the first questions that we've listed in the survey is, do you have a savings or a backup option? And I guess in these early stages, again, we've only got 14 responses so far, but already we're seeing 42.9% of people say no and 35.7% of people say yes, but I'm not sure if it is enough. So that tells me that almost 80% of people are concerned that they may not have enough during COVID-19. I have noticed here that we've got 7% of people that have suggested that they will sell their kids if required. So that was an interesting response. I appreciate that in these difficult times that we've still got our sense of humor. So that's something, or perhaps it was quite a serious response. I'm not quite sure. 14% said yes, we should be fine. So it'll be interesting. I encourage everyone, if you haven't done the survey, please complete it so we can get a thorough understanding of our clients and the demographic to understand where people are currently at, so we can ensure that we're providing the appropriate information and resources to you to assist you through these times. The next question we have here is, how long could you support you and your family for if you'd lost your income? So this is again trying to understand your savings and where you're currently sitting. So we do have 35% of people have said a few months, which is really good to see. And some people have said 6 to 12 months, which is fantastic. However, again, if you're looking at this section here, which is the majority, it would mean that the people that have completed the survey so far are concerned that they would not have a savings that would last them beyond a month. So that's 1 month, 2 weeks, and no savings at all, or up to a week. So that's what we're currently looking at. So again, looking at providing the resources and information to help people understand the current rebates or subsidies that are available to be able to assist people during this time. So then the next one is looking at understanding if you don't have adequate savings, whether or not you've got credit or finance options that you'll be able to access. And again, a vast majority of people have said no, 35.7%. And then we've got the other respondents saying not sure, whereas 28.6% said will be okay. So again, we're going to come to you with a range of information on understanding how to access credit, whether or not you will be able to access credit during this time if you have lost your job, and what are the possible avenues to look at in your position. I thought this one was interesting as well. We're looking at what industry you're in, and again, highlighting that these are just very early days. We've only had a handful of people complete. We've got 10 responses on this particular one, but with this one, it says what industry you're in. So that's the, I believe it's the employees who've completed this one, not the self-employed. And we can see that there's a good percentage of people who are actually in education and training and healthcare. So I thought this was actually quite interesting because we're looking at a lot of government employees here. And as you can imagine, with the saga going on about keeping schools open, a lot of these people will be impacted by that. And with the healthcare, a lot of people will be impacted there as well. So it's interesting to see the industries that are being impacted at the moment. But again, highlighting that it's very early days with the survey responses. It's going to be really important for everyone to complete it and help us to get a further understanding for the demographic. Okay, so and then we've got here is, as an employee, concerned that you may lose your job. So we've got 50% of people who've said yes, I am concerned that I will lose my job, and 30% that have said not sure, and only 20% of people are feeling safe and secure at the moment. So again, it's really important that we do provide some resources available to you so you understand your options as an employee and as an employer with regards to leave entitlements, notice periods, redundancies, if you were ever placed in that position. The next question here is addressing whether or not your hours will be reduced. So a lot of employers will be doing what they can to maintain their employees, but it might mean that they need to reduce their hours for them to be able to do that, or it simply will be forced to because the workload will decrease. And so 60% of people said that they're concerned that their hours will reduce, and 10% have said not sure, whereas 30% have said no, we shouldn't see a problem there. And this one here is understanding whether or not people are aware of the government stimulus package and how it will affect. And most people have said no, so 80% of people. So we're certainly going to be focusing on providing more information to you about that. So that's it from me for now. And again, just some of the questions, so that's not all the questions, but please take your time to complete the survey. It's going to enable us to understand where you're at. Feel free to share the survey as well. And I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Thank you.